Hello, unique individuals. It's Ari and Tony back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I keep my skin as clear as I can get it. And I am not a professional when it comes to this at all. So I am just sharing what works for me and what I do to be able to keep up with having decent skin. So I would say the first thing that I do to be able to keep my skin clear is I try to stay hydrated. And I know a lot of people will be like, I don't want to drink water. Water doesn't have any taste, yada, yada, yada. To those real water drinkers out there, it's about feeling refreshed. It's not really like water doesn't really have, obviously, like, it's not super flavorful like juices and sodas and things like that. It's a more refreshing and hydrating thing. And real water drinkers will know what I'm talking about. But I make sure that I'm hydrated. I feel like my skin looks the absolute best when I am staying hydrated and I'm keeping up with my water intake. And also something that would help too, and this is also a video for those of you, because I know some people have acne to like a higher scale to where they have to take medications and things like that. I don't take medication. I've dealt, my skin I would say is better now. I feel like there were things that I could have done in the past that I am currently doing now that I could have done, but I'm now implementing in my life now to be able to keep up with having clearer skin, or for the most part, clearer skin, because I do still break out. And this video is targeted to those who have, I would say, acne kind of like on like a minor scale, not super minor, but not to the extreme, because these tips might not work for you. You might have to seek a professional help, as well as take medications and things like that, or what is recommended by a professional to be able to, you know, handle your acne or take care of your acne on a higher scale. So this is, like I said, for those of you who are able to maintain at home, which is doing things that you could be able to maintain on your own, basically, because this is just what I do. But anyways, I drink water, I stay hydrated. I would say that's like the number one thing. I also, two is I also make sure I take my makeup off. I know not everybody wears makeup. I wear makeup. I wear like a more natural face compared to what I used to wear, but I feel like I kind of dial what I usually do when it comes to my natural makeup look down, especially during my work week, because I don't have time and I honestly would rather sleep than to do that routine every single day, because I feel like sleep and resting is so important, especially when it comes to working a job and be able to show up the best that you can. And I'm not a coffee drinker. I know a lot of people go super crazy when I tell them I don't drink coffee, but I make sure, even with the minimal amount of makeup that I do wear during the week, or every day, or when I do wear makeup, that I actually try to wash my face. Do I slip up on occasion? Yes, I do. But I feel like for the most part, I try to keep up with cleaning my face. I like to use cotton rounds, and I also like to use the Garnier micellar water. I feel like for the most part, and then occasionally, because I used to use it all the time, I'm going with the CeraVe foaming facial cleanser. And I will probably insert all of these things that I am mentioning in this video to be able to kind of reference what I am speaking of, because I know some people don't know what these items look like, but that's what I do. I'm somebody that has very oily skin. Right now I might look a little shiny. I'm out of the matte primer that I usually use to be able to do my makeup, and then probably like a little dewy, because I feel like even when I wear my matte primer, and the matte primer might wear off a little bit, but I feel like I'm a little bit more dewy now just with the primer that I am using, but it is what it is. So I'd say the third thing to be able to maintain semi-normal acne is something that I kind of invested in somewhat recently, is pimple patches. And I recently purchased these not too long ago, I believe, at Walgreens. The brand is called Miracle Patch. It looks like this, and these are great because they are clear. Let me see if I even have any in here compared to the patches that look like stars. So this is what they look like. So what you're supposed to do when you use these Miracle Patches is that, and this is something I had to learn because I didn't know at first, is that when you try to put one on, you're supposed to kind of like tear it to be able to get it off like that. You see it lifting up, and then you're supposed to apply it to whatever pimple you want to put it on. And I've used these, I would say, a handful of times now, and I would say they do work on the pimples that are more likely to pop, if that makes sense. But this is a great option to be able to utilize as well for those, or for those of you out there like myself who do break out on occasion, where you just are like you just have like a couple of pimples and a couple of spots. It says it protects from dirt, draws out fluids, and provides waterproof barrier. And what you're supposed to do when applying these pimple patches, at least these ones, it says to clean plus dry spot, take a patch from perforated sheet, attach the patch and press down for 3 seconds, remove patch after 48 hours. So you want to leave these on for 48 hours. I honestly do the max because I put these on at night and I have seen results. But these are a great option to be able to utilize as well. I would say the next thing to be able to maintain your skin would be just kind of like common sense things, like just making sure that you aren't sleeping on kind of like dirty pillowcases, or you're sleeping, just trying to basically like make sure your bedding and stuff is clean and that you're trying to be as clean as possible and just not laying on your face and touching your face a lot. And I feel like that's something I kind of struggle with when it comes to like touching my face. I feel like as of recently, I've noticed that I've been kind of like putting my hands right here. And I would say try to learn how to not touch your face so much, because your hands, I am a frequent hand washer. I don't play about dirt and germs and things like that. I sanitize and I wash my hands a lot. And even if you do that, you still are attracting bacteria. You do still have bacteria and dirt on your hands that you cannot see, and you don't want to be touching your face, because your face is something that everybody sees. This is how people see you in the world, and you just want, if you are somebody that is trying to avoid breakouts, just try not to touch your face. So I would say those are the main things. Like I said, make sure you are hydrated, make sure you are cleaning your face, make sure you are utilizing some type of alternative to be able to kind of speed up draining the pimples that need to be out of here. I know they say not to exfoliate a lot, and I honestly haven't exfoliated in a while. I know that I'm not, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I heard that when you do clean or exfoliate your face, you don't want to do it all the time because it could be too harsh on the face. And I think it's probably something you probably should exercise very minimally every week or throughout the week, and just do things to be able to kind of keep up with your skincare. Because I feel like if you are somebody that is a makeup wearer, you definitely have to be on top of it. Because if I didn't wear makeup all of the time, or even if I didn't wear minimal makeup, it would be a lot easier, I feel like, to be able to maintain. But I feel like for me, I feel like I see the most results for the most part when I am staying hydrated. And also I feel like it, of course, goes hand in hand with making sure that I am cleaning my face as well, or putting something on my face to be able to remove that dirt and makeup. Because once that sits or you sleep in that, I feel like that's when breakouts happen. And if you are somebody like myself that has oily skin, it's not cute. You're done for. And it's the worst. And I hope this video has helped you guys somewhat. I know this is not probably like the best video, super detailed, but these are things that I try to practice to be able to maintain decent skin. Of course, I still break out. My skin is not perfect, but I feel like these steps might help you or lead you in the right direction to be able to accomplish decent skin. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.